Welcome back to another video. Thanks for joining us. Last episode, we talked about, what did we talk about last episode?
We did a year in review.
A year in review. So
of 2024.
So we talked about our route and where we went. We want to break that down a little bit further and talk about places that we went, some of our favorites, and some of the favorite things that we did in 2024. We traveled over 17,000 miles last year in 2024. Of that 17,000, 8,000 of it was towing the beast that's behind us.
Sully.
Yeah, it is what it is. But we visited 19 different states and stayed at 13 different campgrounds. Now, not 13, 32. We stayed
I was going to say, that doesn't seem like enough.
It doesn't sound like enough. 19 different states and 32 different campgrounds.
That's better.
That is a whole lot better. And the different campgrounds, I mean, that goes from Army Corps of Engineers, state and or a city park, or 1,000 trails, driveway surfing.
Yep.
That's not really a campground, but that did count.
That
did count as one of our stops. Excuse me. And yes, I do have a list because the older you get, the shorter your memory gets. But we want to, and we say our favorite campgrounds, and every campground that we've been to offered something a little bit different. And many of them we will be back to, but there's a couple, and we're not going to discuss that here, that we will probably try not to go back to. But so they're really not in any particular order, are they?
I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe not.
Maybe not? All right. So favorite campgrounds. You want to do the honorable mention first?
No, let's do the honorable mention last.
All right. So keep watching to see what the honorable mention is, because it's a kind of a unique and special campground that we're going to honorably mention. So number 5 on the list is Michigan City Campground in Michigan City, Indiana.
Yep.
And what was why did that one make the list?
Well, we were there visiting your son. Mm-hmm. And I feel a lot of these kind of made the list for the same reasons, as far as being close to your stores or your attractions and things to do.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
I think
amenities.
We put a lot on, like, amenities, full hookup. What else did we kind of judge on?
Oh, the staff, for sure.
The staff, yeah.
The size of the sites.
Mm-hmm.
While this particular campground, Michigan City Campground, it was actually not very far from Elkhart, Indiana.
Nope,
it was about 45 minutes from there, and we were able to go over and do a grand design tour that we talked about in our previous video. And the sites were okay. They weren't anything huge. They fit us just fine. There was plenty of room, water, electric, sewer.
Well, and we got a good one. We got an end one because
we did get an end one.
In one section they are butt to butt.
I'd say backside to backside.
Backside to backside.
So your backside would be your neighbor's backside, so they'd be opposite.
So fairly close, and I don't know if we have a picture that we can.
I don't know if I did take a picture.
We'll look for a picture, and we were on an N1, so it wasn't too big of a deal for us.
Yep.
But they did have a pool.
A little
the pool
store.
was nice. I don't think you went in.
I didn't go
I think
in.
James Bree and I went into the pool. Pool was nice.
No, you stuck me at the smoker, so I was smoking ribs.
Yeah, you did ribs that day. There was a little store. Mm-hmm. Laundry. I did do laundry while we were there. Laundry was really nice.
They had a little pond that you could fish in that was stocked. It was a catch and release pond, but you could do that.
Yeah, it was.
And it was close to shopping and close to James and Bree, and so we got to spend some time with them during their off time.
Yes. So that to us was more of a personal stop because we had family there versus a destination. I'm going to go to this campground because I want to go do X,
but it was a
Y,
very
and Z.
nice campground.
It was.
Very well maintained.
Very well. That's why I made our list.
Able to get propane right there.
Oh, yeah, that was
I didn't have to do that, so that was nice. And then the other one, so I'll just call it number 4. It was Lakeshore Park Campground in St. Ignace, Michigan.
Yes, that one was a very nice one, and kudos to you because you had found that one.
I did. When I was making our route and decided that we wanted to go to the UP and go to Mackinac Island, started looking around, and I found it was a private campground.
So this one was definitely based on we went there because we wanted to
Location.
do things in the area,
Yep.
which was Mackinac Island and the bridge, and then we did do the Pictured Rock tour.
Pictured Rock tour. Yep.
But the campground itself, full hookups.
Full hookup. Yep.
We again had a very nice spot
There's another back in.
at the end. Had a fairly large yard area, but looking out the back, we could see Lake Michigan.
Yep. And part of the Mackinac Bridge.
And part of the bridge.
So it was pretty cool.
So yeah, that was.
They actually, and it was up on a little bit of a hill, but there was a trail, and they actually had their own private beach, and you could go hang out on the beach.
Yeah, you had to cross the
You had
street.
the road. There's a little. It's a country road.
Yeah, it
I mean,
wasn't
not a
wasn't
whole lot of
super
traffic.
busy. We do have video of Penny playing in Lake Michigan.
Okay.
Right there. Maybe we'll have to link that
that in
because
and-
our dog,
She-
where she does not like baths, she does love to play in water, especially water that has waves,
Yeah.
like the ocean or that lake.
Yeah.
So yeah, we should definitely link that video of Penny
For sure.
playing in the water.
Yeah, I like that one, and I definitely want to go back to that one. But both parks, very nice. Definitely, I will definitely go back to Lakeshore Park Campground.
Well, yeah.
Well, and the Michigan City Campground. Both of those are. We will We will go back to those.
We do those again.
We'll do those again. And then number 3, and we've been to this one twice.
This is a Thousand Trails Park.
This is a Thousand Trails Park, so the cost of it was actually
Zero
for that particular stay. I mean, obviously there's membership fees and buy-ins and stuff, but
And of course, everybody has their own opinion because
They
I've
do.
seen some not nice things about this
I
campground.
have, and they're dying to know which one it is.
Well, if you have any guesses before we say, you
You got 3 seconds.
put a comment.
2, 1. All right, we're spilling the beans. Diamond Caverns
In Kentucky.
in Kentucky, and it's just outside of
Mammoth Cave.
Mammoth Cave
National
I
Park.
just-
Actually, it is the only Thousand Trails that is actually in a national park.
So, and what did we like about that?
Well, they do assign you spots
Mm-hmm.
at that one. They gave us a few to actually
A few
choose
op-
from.
yes,
So
yes.
it wasn't like your
Here, you're
spot is
taking
number
this one
2
and
and
you're
that's
done.
it.
No.
So they did, and both times we were there, we did have a choice of a few different ones.
Yep.
So we had no problem finding a spot big enough, long enough
Right.
to fit us. And we're 42 feet, our trailer.
And one of the reasons they do that is because they try to manage rig length so that the 8th rig that comes in that day that's 40, 45 foot long, they have a spot for it. So they try to manage their smaller spots and their bigger spots and make sure they match a rig that's commensurate with the spot size. So,
and I had no problem with that.
yeah, and it worked out really well. And I'm a proponent for assigned sites, and anybody that's a Thousand Trails member that knows what I'm talking about. There's when you have a campground that I'm digressing. We're not
going to
about
talk
it.
about that.
Maybe we'll do another video. Link or comment below if you want us to do a video on our thoughts of assigned sites within the Thousand Trails system. So yeah, Diamond Caverns, loved it. Both times we got really lucky in a great spot. There's a few spots in there that are a little bit tighter than others, but overall, great campground. There was a pool. It's a little far for like groceries.
Yeah, a little bit.
But it's an hour and 15 minutes south of Louisville, Kentucky, and we did make a trip up there.
And
that was fun.
only about an hour, maybe even less, to Bowling Green.
Bowling Green, yeah, I think it was about 45 minutes to Bowling Green, maybe an hour.
And but the one positive thing about being close to something is there's a brand new Buc-ee's
Oh yes,
built there, right there. So you
yeah.
could go to Buc-ee's.
In fact, speaking of that, the first time we were there, they were still building it.
Yes.
The second time we were there, it was open. So it
It's a
was kinda
smaller Buc-ee's, but it was still really
was
nice.
fun.
So yeah, if you're a Buc-ee's lover, go check it out.
cool. Yep. And then anything else to add for Diamond Caverns?
Well, and it is, I feel, a little older.
it is older park. Yes.
I don't want to say run down, because like the golf course, the mini golf course, that was a
It's
little
neg-
run down. Is mini golf high on our list of
No.
priorities?
No.
But I don't know, for the most part, the staff was super awesome.
Staff was really
super,
really
super
nice.
awesome.
Great stuff.
Yeah, full hookup. We got lucky that second time we got in it had been a seasonal or an annual spot
It was an annual.
that
an
somebody
annual,
had left. Giant, huge yard. It was just gorgeous, and we can probably put some pictures up because I know we have pictures of the first one.
Yeah, I think we have pictures of that one too.
Okay.
And they have a pool.
Yes.
It's
we
open
did.
seasonally, but
Yes. Because it wasn't open the first time.
nope.
Second time it was, and it felt nice because it was hot.
And you ready?
Yeah. Sorry, I keep talking.
She really liked Diamond Caverns. Excuse me. Number 2 on the list. I love this park. It's a private park. It was a little bit on the pricey side again, but not horrible. It was actually less expensive than Michigan City, and that would be Redgate Farms in Savannah, Georgia.
Yeah, that was
a beautiful park.
So
Small, private.
I did a lot of research because
Yes,
I knew
you
I wanted to
did.
go to Savannah, so I did a lot of research on campgrounds around Savannah. We kind of chose that one because it was, I think, like 10, 15 minutes from downtown
yeah.
Savannah.
Yeah.
So made it super easy to get into. But it almost feels like you can maybe hear a little bit of noise, but
Noise being traffic.
yes,
Yeah.
traffic. But once you get into that park, if somebody just dropped you down there and you couldn't hear anything, you would think you're in the middle of the country.
Mm-hmm.
They have horses, they have goats. They have chickens.
I don't remember chickens.
But you can ride the horses.
Mm-hmm.
It's an event kind of center. They also do weddings there. But yeah, full hookups, nice sights, garbage pickup.
That was the first time, I think. I think that's the first time I ever experienced
Garbage pickup.
in a campground. So what I mean by that is that when your garbage is full, you take it to the edge of your site by the road, and they'll come around and pick it up. Now, this particular place, you had to have it out by 9 a.m.
Yes.
Okay, not a big deal. And if you missed it, like let's say you missed it and your garbage was full in the evening, they did have a dumpster where you could take it to.
Yes.
But a swimming pool.
And we did go in the swimming pool.
We did go to the swimming pool. There's I think there's a lake there.
Lots of different lakes.
Yep.
Or ponds.
That's why I was like, I
Yeah.
think it's a lake. It's more of a lake, I think, in my opinion.
Playground for kids.
Playground for kids. And what's really cool is that they've worked with the hop-on, hop-off trolley system. And you can sign up and get picked up in the morning right there at the park. And
takes you down to Savannah.
Takes you down into Savannah, and you can hop on and off the trolley at 20 different spots,
Something like
21
that.
different stops, and really experience Savannah. And we did that. And then you have to be
That is
back.
a fee, though.
It is a fee, yeah. It does cost. And it's not any more than actually buying a ticket for the hop-on. If you were to drive your car into Savannah
Right.
and buy a ticket for the hop-on, hop-off, it was the same price.
Yeah.
So, but you don't have to drive anywhere that day, so that was pretty nice.
And did you say that it brings you back to the campground?
Yeah, and it brings
Okay.
you back. Yeah, so you have to be back to the the main hub of the hop on, hop off, and somebody will take you back over.
But that was definitely a nice amenity to that
Absolutely.
campground.
It was definitely a plus. Again, they had a little store for incidentals. If you needed an adapter.
They sold Leopold's ice cream in the
Leopold's ice
store,
cream.
which a lot of people will go to Savannah for Leopold's ice cream, but a lot of times the line is super long. Well, they sell it right there at the store, so you don't need to wait in
little
line.
pints, yeah. What'd you think of the ice cream?
The ice cream was really good.
And then, you ready for our number one? Are we ready to go to number one?
Let's call it number one, parts A, B, and C, because it is 3 different campgrounds, and we kind of looped them all in together.
And 2 of them are on Encore Park, and 1 of them is a state park.
Yeah.
But as soon as you hear what we say, you'll say, that kind of makes sense. So it was the 3 parks that we stayed at in the Florida Keys. So we stayed at Sunshine Key, which is an Encore. We stayed at Fiesta Key, which is another Encore. And we stayed at John Penny Camp, which is a state park in Key Largo.
So how much did it cost us to stay at these campgrounds?
It was $42 a night at the state campground. And then at Sunshine Key and Fiesta Key was $20 a night, each one of them, plus that. So it was actually $22.50 at those because of taxes.
But to get so for that state campground, we had to be
We booked that a year in advance.
a year in advance. So you have to
Or 11
months.
Well, I think it was 11 months.
Unless you're a Florida resident, you can't do that now. Now they've changed the rules to 10 months.
10 months, yep. Florida residents get the 11 months. Everybody else gets 10 months.
So,
but yeah,
if you're not a Florida resident, you may be out of luck for any state parks
right.
down
And
there.
so one of the things that all three of these parks have, full hookups.
Yes.
50 amp, 30 amp water and sewer. Even John Penny Camp State Park. So out of the 3 state parks within the Florida Keys, John Penny Camp is the only one that offers sewered sites. Bahia Honda and
Curry Hammock.
Neither one of those have sewered sites. So,
but so obviously we stayed at the Encore because we're Thousand Trails members and we have that
adventure package.
We have the adventure package, so we can stay in there.
It's not yes, we have the adventure package, but we also have the Trails collection.
Okay.
So
we got it all.
Yeah.
So we were able to stay. But what was nice about why we did all 3 of them is because John Penny Camp was up by Key Largo in the upper Keys, whereas Fiesta and Sunshine more in the middle Key levels.
Yep.
Which made it easy access to do all the things.
Do all the things within the Keys.
And those 3 different campgrounds.
Yep. And with Sunshine being closest to Key West, it was only about just under an hour to Key West.
Right.
From Sunshine Key, which it wasn't horrible.
No.
I mean, each one of them was like 30 miles from each other. So,
So we are putting out a video of our comparison of Sunshine and Fiesta Key.
yeah, so
stay tuned for that video.
follow us so you know when that video is released.
Especially if you plan to go there. And you don't have to be a Thousand Trail member to stay at those parks.
Nope.
Anybody can stay there.
Yep. We had some friends that joined us for a few nights while we were in Sunshine.
You have to pay retail price.
Yep. And it varies depending on the time of year.
But as far as amenities, both of them had the pools.
The Encores did.
Yes. Not
John Penny Camp, not so much.
Fiesta had a hot tub.
Yep.
A lot of activities for the kids to do, playgrounds.
Yep.
So.
And I'll add on. I want to add on here with John Penny Camp, and we do have a video out on John Penny Camp. So go back and watch that. That's a very good video, talking about what is offered at John Penny Camp Reef. I forget the full name of it, but they got
Penny Camp Coral Reef.
Coral Reef State Park. There you go. They do have snorkel trips out of there. They have dive charters out of there. They got a couple of beaches that you can swim, snorkel at. Very day useful friendly state park.
Yeah.
But we loved all 3 of them.
Yeah, and that's kind of why we grouped them all together.
Yeah, and they were very much alike in all 3, with the exception, I think, maybe of the state park because it doesn't have the swimming pool, but it had other things that it offered that we kind of put them in the same category as our top. So which leads us to our honor.
We did have a couple honorable mention.
Well, I only have one.
Oh, only one? Okay.
Yeah. And that would be Texan RV Park. And actually I see it now. I didn't know what those 3 letters were. So Texan RV Park in Athens, Texas, where NRVTA is at, they have a campground adjacent to it. And if you're a student there, you can stay there. And amazing park, full hookups. They have a little store.
Close to town.
Close to town. Nice laundry facility. Staff was wonderful. Nice big spots.
Yep.
The sites are huge.
Pond there that you could fish in.
Yep, you can. It's catch and release, but that's okay. But again, they don't typically rent out to people that are just passing through. You got to be a student at the schoolhouse to rent a spot. But I did see a couple that every once in a while I would see 1 or 2 that would stay there for an overnight as they were passing through, if they had a spot open. So. If you're in the area and passing through and need a spot, you might be able to call them. I don't know. But then
it was a very nice campground.
A very nice campground and close to shopping. And then the other honorable mention is where we're at right now.
Oh yeah, we're at TTO right now.
Which is Thousand Trails
Orlando.
And it doesn't suck.
No, it doesn't. And it could have definitely made the list, I feel.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
it's huge. I mean, there's what, over 1,000 spots?
Yeah, I think there's 1,200 now.
And they're all fairly large and full hookups and
Yep.
all sorts of amenities, the pool, the hot tub, the pickleball courts,
Basketball court.
activities for kids, playgrounds.
Yep. Shuffleboard court.
And I think maybe it didn't make our list, not really any fault of the campground, but there's just so many people.
It's a huge park.
Not even here in the park, but just here in Orlando.
Oh yeah.
As a whole, you know.
Yeah. So Highway 27, which runs on the outside of the park, and that's what you come in on. It's 3 lanes north, 3 lanes south, and yeah, there's a lot of people here.
I mean, it's close to Disney, so.
But the weather doesn't suck.
Yeah, I mean, it has been great.
Yeah.
And I think maybe if we hadn't had been to some of those other parks, it probably definitely would have made the top 5.
Yeah, I think so too. I think if we only went to like maybe 6 parks, it would definitely make the top.
Well,
anyway. So those are our favorite parks for 2024.
Yeah, tell us your favorites.
Yeah, tell us, have you been to any of the ones that we've mentioned? Or if there's one close to ones that we mentioned that you feel is better, let us know. So the next time we go through that area, we can check
it out.
And then, so that kind of talks about the parks and our 5 with 2 bonuses. And really, none of them they weren't really in an order of favorite.
No.
Other than maybe the Keys.
Yeah, you like John Penny Camp way more than I did.
I did.
I was a big fan of Sunshine and Fiesta, though.
You were. I mean, I was too, though. So.
Yeah.
But okay, so
moving on to
our favorite experiences in 2024, and again, no particular order.
Except we did order them.
But we did order them. I mean, really. So number 5 on the list is our bourbon stops.
Yes.
Along the Bourbon Trail.
And we did touch a lot on them in our previous video.
We did. So go back and watch that video if you haven't seen that one yet. We did 4 of them.
We can list.
Yeah, I mean, it was Angel's Envy, Buffalo Trace, Maker's Mark, and
4 Roses.
4 Roses. So
what was your favorite out of the 4? Just real quick.
Maker's Mark.
Mine too. Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome tour. Beautiful grounds. Awesome people. Go check it out.
Yep. Loved that part of it. Can't wait to go to some more of those.
Which coincidentally, we were camped at the Kentucky Thousand Trails when we did all those. So can't wait to go back to the Kentucky Thousand Trails and then do some more bourbon trails. Because we'll definitely have more to hit up.
Absolutely. And then number 4 on the list is Caverns.
Yeah, we did some caving. Caving? Is that a thing?
Caverning?
Caverning? I don't know.
No,
we like to go into the ground under the ground in a big hole, I guess.
I mean, yeah, because we did 3 of them. We did Karchner Caverns over in Arizona.
Yep.
We did a Mammoth Cave there in Kentucky. And we did the one in New York.
Howe Caverns.
And we actually rode a boat
in Howe
Caverns, which I never even knew you could do that. So that was kind of cool. And then the other experience, number 3 on the list.
Oh, is that all? We're just going to say that? We're not going to talk anymore about the caverns?
What else do you want to talk about?
I don't know. It was dark. It was a big hole.
It's a cavern.
They were fun.
They were fun. Let's see.
Sorry, I'm just being a turd, aren't I?
Yeah, go lay in the yard. I'll have to cut that out. And then next on the list at number 3 is the Upper Peninsula of Michigan.
Yeah.
The UP.
That was on my bucket list. I don't know if that was on yours, and I just made you go there.
I don't know if it was on my bucket list or not, but after we started talking about it and I started looking into it, it definitely was on we should probably do that. And I'm glad we did. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, we did a lot of fun things there.
Yep,
took the ferry over to Mackinac Island.
Yep.
And the ferry ride alone was fun because they took you real close. Well, we went real early, and there were some early ones that will take you under the bridge.
Under Mackinac Bridge.
Under Mackinac Bridge, yeah. And then we went over to the island and spent the day. Kind of just walked around, took it all in.
Yeah.
Very nostalgic-y feel over there. No cars.
And we talked about that
yesterday also.
Yep.
But
or in the previous video.
So much fun. Water, I mean, all of those, the Great Lakes up in there, so pretty and so clear.
Yep. That was definitely fun. Well, because we also went to Pictured Rocks when we were up there. So that was also
And that sits on Lake Superior, so we
Yeah.
got to see Lake Superior.
Yep. And then when we went down to Wisconsin, we actually drove back up to meet up with Deb and Joel.
Oh yeah, and we did that hike with
waterfalls.
The waterfalls.
We were chasing waterfalls.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So and we had pasties.
Oh yeah, we did. Those were actually pretty.
They were okay.
They were okay.
Got to
I
get the
liked
gravy.
them. I liked them. Oh yeah.
And I do have a little reel on that. We can put a picture in of what a pasty looks like. It's kind of like a Hot Pocket
Hot Pocket.
ish.
But so much better.
Yeah. I got some pictures we can link.
Okay.
And let us know if you've ever had a pasty.
And what you think of them.
Not a pasty, but a pasty.
And do gravy or not gravy?
Yeah.
So that's.
We liked the gravy.
We liked the gravy. So yeah, liked the UP being Oopers.
And we would definitely go back there for sure.
Not would, we will.
Yeah, because I
We will
feel
definitely
there's
go back.
things that we did not
Yep.
do.
And then number 2 on the list, Savannah, Georgia.
Yeah.
We've talked a lot about Savannah already.
We have talked a lot about Savannah, but
it was very, very cool to be in that area and.
well, I
the
think especially if you,
experiences.
not that we're history buffs, I don't
No.
feel, but if you are and haven't been, man, go check it out. I mean, those cobblestone streets that are, I mean, it's just so cool. And hearing about the history, we did do a ghost tour while we were in Savannah, so that was kind of cool hearing about. It's considered one of the most hauntedest cities in the U.S.
Yeah.
So that was really cool.
And we didn't find any ghosts.
We did not. I wish we did though.
Yeah.
The river walk.
Nice ones though.
The river walk was,
Riverwalk.
or
was-
not, just the river street
Yeah.
down next to the
On the
Savannah
riverfront.
River was awesome down there.
Yep.
The food was amazing. People watching was amazing. Drinks. Go to the Pirate House for food.
Oh my gosh.
That was really good.
That's the first and only place so far in my life that I've ever had shrimp and grits. And it was delicious.
The biscuits are to die for down there.
Yeah, so Savannah was awesome. And then number 1 on the list, I'm sure everybody can guess this because we keep talking about it.
Well, and
One guess? No?
yeah, they can guess, sure.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, we kind of just clumped it all together,
Yeah.
which was the Keys again.
Yeah, the Florida Keys. Just that whole experience being there, island time, nice weather almost the whole time.
It's definitely a different vibe. People are chill and
Yeah.
relaxed, and I don't want to say everybody's not rushed because that's not true. People are
Oh,
rushed.
there's still
for
people
sure.
that are rushed, but it's
But-
definitely a different vibe down there.
I mean, the people down there are so nice and friendly, and I mean, it was just, we met some great people down there.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we relaxed. It felt like, you know, we've been doing this a year and a half, close to 2 years
Almost 2
now.
years now, yeah.
And we certainly don't look at it. It's our life now, so we can't go and do everything all the time because that's not the way we
would've been
roll.
broke a first
But I
week.
do feel when we were down in the Keys, it was more like a vacation.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, because I mean, you could go put your bathing suit on and go sit on the beach for a couple hours and be on vacation and feel
Right.
like you're in a different part of
Yeah.
the country, different part of the world.
I'd seen a meme that says, when you want to get away from the United States and travel, but you don't have a passport, you go to the Florida Keys. And it's totally true because it was just amazing.
And you don't even have to go all the way to Key West to have that experience.
Oh, no. Bahia Honda,
Yeah.
the state park there, we went over there a few different times.
Yeah.
Because there's not a lot of sandy beaches in the Keys, but Bahia Honda does have them. So we had some beach days where we just hung out on the beach. You did some snorkeling. I just
Hung out on the beach.
yeah, it was amazing. Can't wait to go back there.
Yeah. No, that's definitely on our number 1.
Had some great food. We ate a lot
Oh
of
my
fish.
We ate out way too much.
We were on vacation, that's why I feel. But we tried fish that we had never.
Yeah, grouper.
Snapper. Hannah had the yellow tile fish.
Yellow tile fish. Look that one up. That's a ugly fish.
Yeah.
A big fish.
It was delicious, though.
Really good.
We had conch fritters.
Conch fritters, yeah.
If you've ever seen a conch, it's like, but they were delicious. And
the shell on the conch is pretty, but
well, yeah.
the meat and
the creature
slug
inside.
whatever it is inside, is kind of what? But,
And then we had the stone crab claws.
oh yeah,
Which we're in season for that. So
delicious, delicious. Yep. Yeah, that pretty much does it for the Florida Keys.
Yeah. Did we have an honorable mention?
We do have an honorable mention.
What was our honorable mention?
It's actually your honorable mention.
Oh, it's mine?
But I do agree with you.
Okay.
Waco, Texas.
Oh, yeah, Waco. That's right. I did like Waco.
Yeah.
And we
what
went...
were some of the key things in Waco that...
we visited before you went to school.
Was it before?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We were at Lake Whitney when we went there for the day. That's where the whole Chip and Joanna Gaines, their empire is there, I guess, if you will. So we went and checked it out. We went to the bakery, hung around their little shops. It was great fun.
Yeah,
Ate at the food trucks. Yep. We also went to the the woolly mammoth monument.
Yes, but was it? No, it's not woolly mammoth, though, is it?
No.
No, it's the
Columbia
mammoth.
So we went
monument.
and did that, and then...
Which was an amazing experience in itself.
Yeah, that was cool. And then we went to, imagine this, a whiskey distillery. Balcones?
Balcones.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. A good experience. So, yeah, I really enjoyed Waco, too. I'd go back there, too.
Yep. I would, too.
Yeah.
I think that kind of does it for this.
This one. 2024 we're almost got this wrapped up and on to 2025.
We hope your 2024 was just as good as ours,
Yeah.
maybe even better than ours, because I know there's other things out there that could make your year better, or even our year better. But yeah, that's pretty much a wrap up. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, like it, share it. If you have a friend that you think might get something useful out of this video, please share it with them, and subscribe so you know when that next video comes out that we're talking about, that's coming up. And yeah, thanks for watching.